the sword, and shot the cruel by day and night. Hey, hey, Vicky, hey, Vicky, hey, you Vikings true and bold. Hey, hey, Vicky, a Viking lad, just why your necks for gold. So set fires, open the glass, young Vicky. Hey!
I am the chief of all chiefs, not you.
That's absurd. Everyone knows I'm the big chief.
You've been the chief of chiefs up to now, but this year things are going to be different, Baltac, you'll see.
Nonsense, Halvar. I've been chief of chiefs for 20 years, and I'm not about to give it up now.
20 years is far too long. I'm going to take your title away this year.
You haven't got what it takes to be a leader. Why, even my wife says so. What do you think of that?
I don't care what that bird brain thinks.
You're the one who's hand-pecked.
Henpeckers are better than bird brains.
Oh, I'll get you for
Take
that.
that!
Sometimes grown-ups act more like children than children do. And it's the same every year. The battle between Halvar, Chief of Flake, and Baltac, Chief of Schlack, for the title of Chief of Chiefs.
The tree is so high, we've got to find a way to climb up more easily. And we need a hut down here. Now, what else should we build for our hideaway?
I want to build a swing like this, so I can swing out and see the mountains and the ocean.
And I'm gonna build myself a hammock.
Me too, so we can hide if any wolves or bears come to visit us.
Good idea. We'll all help each other and get things done faster. Shall we go to work?
Yes!
Will you two stop acting like infants? We are trying to do your washing, and what do? You dirty up the water with your boots. If you must fight, go and fight further downstream. Men are fools. They have no common sense at all.
Get you. Take that. I've had enough. This is war, Baltac.
Oh!
You asked for it, Halvar, and you'll regret it.
Listen to me, Baltac. The battle will begin tomorrow at dawn, as soon as the sun comes over the mountain. You Schlacks will fall like snowflakes.
You'll be cornflakes after we're done.
Tomorrow will determine which of us deserve to be Chief of Chiefs.
I don't have to wait until tomorrow. I know the answer to that already.
I've waited 20 years, and this time I'm going to give that loudmouth the biggest lesson of his life.
I'm going to lower the rope now, Gilby.
Ready?
All right, here we go.
Just a second. Okay, pull.
Hey, Father, what are you doing here?
Vicky, we're going to war.
To war, but with whom, Father?
With Schlack to decide who's going to be Chief of Chiefs.
Careful of the rope, Father!
What rope? Oh, that rope. Silly children. This is my year, I can feel it. Nothing will stop me from becoming Chief of Chiefs this time. Answer me, man. How many years has it been since I became Chief of Flake?
Ever since the year your father was lost at sea returning home from a war.
But the Chief of Chiefs is Baltac of Schlack, don't forget. After all, he beat us fair and square in the annual Strawmen battle.
Now, listen. If you want me to be Chief of Chiefs, forget petty details like that. You do want me to be Chief of Chiefs, don't you? Don't you? I'm glad to see you all agree. Now, you all know the rules. Whoever straw man burns first loses, and we've always lost. This time it's going to be different, you'll see. We've got to think of a strategy. Thundering thunderstorms, let's beat them. For Flake and for me. Now, we have until dawn tomorrow to build our straw man. After that, we attack. All right, men, you all know what you have to do, so let's get down to work. And to victory!
Are you ready, Gilby?
Yeah, I'm all set.
All right, then. You can start pulling. Go ahead.
I've never been up so high, Vicky, have you?
No.
Everything looks so tiny. The houses are like dolls' houses. Ah, what's that over there?
Why, that must be Schlack Village.
Is that where the washing's done?
Yes, I can see my mother down there.
And where is Flake Village?
There. I can even see my house.
You're right, Vicky. Everything looks so tiny I didn't recognize Flake at first. The men are working, look.
Yes, they certainly are. They're busy as beavers building their strawmen for tomorrow's battle. Now, Halver may not be the chief of chiefs, but he still is the chief of Flake. And so when it comes to deciding on how the straw man should be dressed, for example, it is he who decides, of course.
All right, men, ready? Raise him up tall and proud. He's the finest straw man we've ever built.
Halver, what are you doing out there? I need you to chop the wood.
Yes, I know.
Knowing doesn't mean it's done.
I'll be right there. But why don't you admire the straw man we've built? Isn't he a beauty, dear?
Halver, I honestly couldn't care less about your straw man. Men who spend their time fighting and building straw men don't deserve to be chief of anything.
Women! They don't understand anything about anything. Don't you agree?
Who won the strawman battle last year? Flake or Schlack? Schlack! And who were the winners the year before?
We were!
Absolutely right. And who is going to win this year? Oh. Who did that?
Olaf, you're guaranteed that we're going to win again.
Very good, Olaf. And since we're so sure of winning the battle, let's have our pre-battle feast.
Right, Chief!
Vicky,
Yes.
don't be gone too long. I'm afraid of staying alone.
Don't worry. I'll be right back with something for us to eat. See you.
Quiet, men! I want to say a few words. Listen.
I think we're in for another speech.
If it's a long one, our dinner will be cold.
I said, listen. I've thought about last year's battle, and I know now why we lost. It's because we didn't leave anyone behind to guard the straw man when we went off to attack them. And we are not going to make the same mistake this year. No, lads, this year we are going to wait for them to come to us. And we'll be ready for them by thunder. And once we've given them the beating they deserve, we shall march to Schlack.
That's a great idea, but there's one more problem you're forgetting. The walls protecting Schlack are very high, and last year we couldn't get in. How are we going to manage this year?
Yes, you're right, Thax. I haven't figured that out yet. Oh, look, it's Vicky. You couldn't have come at a better time, son. Now, come to your father and drink a bit of this. It's not healthy for a Viking to drink only milk. Try some of our beer. Eat, drink, and be merry, men. Our troubles are over now that Vicky's here.
Hooray for Vicky! Hooray!
Don't forget, Olaf, the battle begins at sunrise, and we're counting on you.
You have nothing to worry about. Straight arrow, Olaf is ready. Victory will be ours.
They're still asleep. Good. As soon as the sun comes up, we shall begin our surprise attack, and they won't know what's hit them. And while we're giving them the beating of their lives and creating confusion in the village, Olaf will burn their straw man with his arrows. Understood?
Understood, Chief.
And I will be Chief of Chiefs for still another year. Olaf, don't let me down.
How thoughtful of them to leave this rope here for me. And they built an outpost for me as well.
What is going on out here? They get all excited about preparing for battle and then fall asleep. Good for nothings. Do you realize it's almost sunrise? You're going to lose before you begin. Halvor, wake up, will you? I see a ship.
Oh, stop henpecking me, will you?
I said I see a ship.
A ship? So what? That's no reason to wake me up. What? Did you see a ship?
Oh.
Wake up, men! The enemy is here!
So much for your chopping wood, eh?
Leave me alone, woman, will ya? The men of Slack are here, you idiots! And the sun is going to rise any second! Oh, well, what are you waiting for now? Go on, get to your battle stations! Go on, go on, go on!
The sun is up. Are you ready, men?
Ready! Here they come! Don't forget, men, protect the straw man at all costs. Ready? Ready!
Oh, here we go again.
Attack!
I'll get you.
I believe my moment of glory has come. Now, isn't that a lovely flame?
You missed, you incompetent fool!
I won't miss you. Take that!
Uncle Olaf, what are you doing here?
I can't tell you, it's a secret. I won't miss this time.
You're making fire. Let me try.
It's already done.
Are you going to shoot it into the air?
Leave me alone, will you?
But it's dangerous to play with fire.
Go away, go away. Oh.
Time to retreat. Quickly, return to the ship.
Look, they can't wait to get away.
You may have won a skirmish, Halvar, but the battle is far from over. You haven't heard the last of the Chief of Chiefs yet.
Father, come quickly.
What's the matter?
The arrows, Father. They came from the tree house we built up there, and we left Ilvi up there all alone. Hurry!
No. Use your pinky. That's more like it. You're learning very fast, Uncle. You're getting much better.
I'd better go home now.
Ilvi!
The
Don't
enemy.
worry, Uncle Olaf. It's just Vicky. Stay. We can all play together. What's wrong? Don't go away. Stay.
I've got to go right away.
Oh, are you all right, Uncle? Wait, you forgot something. Uncle Olaf! Come back, Uncle. You left these behind.
Are you all right, Ilvi?
What have you been up to, little one?
My Uncle Olaf came by to see me. We played a few games, and then he ran away and left these behind.
Did you realize that your Uncle Olaf was trying to burn down our Strawman?
We were lucky that Ilvi was up in the treehouse. Ilvi probably distracted him.
Yes, but we might not be so lucky next time. We'd better head for Schlack and burn their Strawman.
Oh.
Uh-huh. I still haven't figured out how to do it. But I'd better not tell the men that. The best thing to do is show a big smile. They're here. The sun's completely up and I still haven't any idea. You've got to help me, Vicky.
Yeah, I got it. I thought of a plan, a good one.
I knew you would, son. What is it?
We're going to use the sun as our weapon for burning the Strawmen.
What's that? But how can you use the sun as a weapon?
They threw fire arrows at us. We'll throw the sun at them.
I don't understand. The sun's up in the sky, Vicky.
We brought back a lot of iron shields from our voyage to Russia a few years ago. Do you remember? I saw them just the other day in the barn.
Yes, I know. They're in the barn, but what I don't know is what you want to do with them, Vicky.
Hey, you're not going to leave me behind again, are you? This time I want to come along.
You were playing with a little child from Flake while we were being massacred, you fool. And the rest of you should be ashamed of yourselves. What kind of soldiers are you? We're in danger of losing at midday when the sun is directly overhead. It's going to be too late.
All right, raise them up. That's perfect now. Okay, now yours, Gilby. Yes, that's it. A little to the right. That's enough. Stop, stop. All right, make it steady now. That's fine, Gilby. We're ready for number 3.
What's that? What is going on around here? Anyway, listen to me, you imbeciles. I've always been victorious, and although Halvar and his men humiliated us this morning at dawn, I will not take it lying down. We will have our revenge.
What is it? Something's burning, Chief.
Yes, I can smell it.
Behind you, Chief.
Oh, now our Strawman's burning. But how could it possibly burn? Hurry, put the fire out before it's too late. Go on, quickly. My straw man! My straw man's burning!
We did
There goes my straw man, and there goes my position. I'm through. Oh, it's too late to put it out.
And there go his dreams up in smoke. And that's not pipe tobacco burning either.
After 20 years of waiting, I'm finally Chief of Chiefs. Aren't you going to congratulate me, men?
Halva, what in the world are you doing up there?
Elva, my darling, we've burnt their straw man, we've won, and I've become the Chief of Chiefs.
That's fine. Let me see how a Chief of Chiefs cuts wood. Come down immediately, you hear? I've been waiting for 2 days. A true chief doesn't waste time and isn't lazy.
Well, Halma, we know who's Chief of Chiefs at your house.